Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again with a final reveal of the Tiger 1 with full interior. The Knights Academy kit, worth every single penny I paid and more. So this is a group build between me, Jack, Paul and Graham. I watched Paul's update last night, coming along very nicely. I like how he's got the figures sorted. That's going to be a nice build, how he's weathered everything inside. It looks really, really nice. I've seen bits of Graham's in photographs a couple of weeks ago, but nothing since, so I hope everything's alright with that. And I think Jack's put his back in the box for a moment until he feels a bit more confident in himself doing it, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's doing his figures at the moment, him and Graham, so the Master Box Kings. So, without further ado, I shall let you see what I've done with my version of it. As you can see, I've just basically got a piece of wood and I maybe also just a wash, brown wash basically, and then I varnished it a few times with this interior, the interior varnish. These Perspex blocks, I came across these by accident. I got this cupboard given from a display unit. It must have been from like an exhibition or something with showing their wares and things in it, and it had a name on it called, on the backs of these, called Bolly, which is a coffee company apparently. And I was talking to Simon and he said, yeah, to get them off, just get some emery paper, get off the writing off, and then get one of your little blow torches, the ones you use creme brulee things, which I do have one, and just gradually do that and it'll clear it up. True as his word, it did. A brilliant job, and I took a lot more of the scratches out of the Perspex than I ever thought I would be able to. So I say these were there was 3 of them in there. I used all 3 of them, and it's a real bonus because I was struggling to find something to display it on. So these have come in absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, I've broke it down to 4 pieces, starting with the lower hole and the upper hole, the turret, and then the lid, as I say. I can see if I can get into here a bit, let me just zoom in a little bit. Let me just get into the interior to start with. As you can see, it's come out really well. I'm really, very, very, very happy with it. I did a few little bits and pieces to the engine, just wires here and there, just to look a bit different. And I use a lot of the Jaws metal polish stuff, metallizer. It's worked wonders, it really has. So they're on top of the radiators and some of the pipe work, the engine fans on the back. Let me just bring that forward again. It's going out of screw, aren't they? There we are. As you can see, and I've put a few of the loose shells in the bottom of. I've seen a couple of pictures online, throwing them in the bottom of the thing. So instead of just not using them, I thought I'd use them up. And also I've added a few little bits and pieces, a couple of helmets there from the Germans, Wehrmacht, and a couple of machine guns, just to say that, well, they were there just in case. I covered the batteries up. I didn't mean to do it, but unfortunately I couldn't get them apart again. I should have done the batteries. These are the 2 blocks. I'll have to get a point and stick like the rest of the boys have got in there, but never mind. That's one of the little things that I forgot to do. There's a few little, extra bits and pieces extra I done. And then for the rear, as I say, we just started. Let me get to the back of it. Let's have a look where we're going. There we are. The rear is fairly quite nice. I said, just weathered the exhaust slightly, just did a bit. Didn't put any rust on them. I just did a dark sort of soot wash over the top of them. I didn't do a lot of weathering on it, with being sort of a display, not seeing much action. As you can see, it's come out really, really well. You see, it'll be interesting to see everybody else's interpretation of the kit. It really will be really interesting. Let's get this camera back up here. Where are we going? So, I've lost what I'm doing now. There we go. So that's that part done. That's that displayed. So we've got the oh sorry, I forgot about to say about the tracks and the individual tracks. fine, brilliant, can't complain. You know, just minimal clean up. I think there was 3 points to clean up and they've sailed together. You know, just used a bit of the old Revell contactor, professional, did the trick. And then I used just a slight wash on, sorry, a slight weathering on the tracks with my go-to stuff at the moment, which is the Cromlech Dark Dirt, which is really good and cheap and works quite well. So I did that first, and then I used the metallizer again. As you can see, the tracks on the cleats and things like that really work well. And so I can pick it up and show the sag and things. As you can see, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just put that to one side. I'll just pop that to one side. Stay there, don't go too far. There we go. That's just the tracks, you can hear, sorry, the missiles and the shells. As you can see, the tracks went together perfectly. And the sag, nothing wrong with that. Let's move my big fat thumb. Yeah, just a slight weathering, not a great deal. Not a great deal. I'll give it a shot of the rear as well again. May as well. So the rear is not overly weathered again, just slightly dark on the exhaust covers, you know, to represent a bit of heat and discolouring on the paintwork. I didn't rust it. And you can see the track on there is a bit bent because I've got my fingers on it. For some reason that's why it's come apart at the bottom. But there you go, I shall mend that before I put it back down. But yeah, really happy with it. And let's say the front, again, as you can see, the tracks went up really well. Really quite happy with them. And the interior, I've also added a pair of, I don't know if you can quite make out them there, headphones for the radio operator, along with his bit of machine gun and helmet. Just thought I'd add that bit extra. So that's that done. So let me just pop them back down before I damage any more. Let's just bring this back up. Okay. Right. Alright, and the next part, as you can see, is just the up hole. So lightly weathered, not a great deal to talk about here. Just the usual colours. As I say, I did the black undercoat first, shadow coat. I didn't do any white on this one because there's no really point with the three-tone camo. And then just NATO green, NATO brown, and obviously the dark yellow Altamira paints, which are XF60, XF68, which is NATO brown. Let's find the other one, XF67 NATO green, and say XF60, which is the dark yellow. Guitar string on the back there, one of John's. The obligatory German bucket, which most German tanks seem to carry, and a bit of chain, just to, you know, add a bit of interest again. So there's nothing really any more I can say about the top of there. And obviously all the Pioneer tools were added. Just slightly weathered, not a great deal. Let's see if we can bring them back further. Let's see if we can just zoom in slightly on them. Yeah, not a great deal. Just did a light weathering, and I also went around with the graphite pencil just on top of some of the hatches and bits and bobs, just to, you know, so it's slight wear and tear, nothing overly too much. Machine gun, and obviously the driver's hatch and the bow machine gun, shovel, lights, and obviously everything's on his kit, is from the kit, nothing added extra. But really went quite well. Let me just zoom back out again. Well, I got it right first time that time, bloody hell. So, I say, I'm in the rear, the actual pipes that go into the fireflies, I've just weathered them slightly as well. Let me come back in again, it's just a bit too far out there, aren't we? Let's bring that in. Yeah, just NATO black, and then I just did a dry brushing with a bit of grey and silver, and then a metalizer just to slightly emphasise the ribbing on the pipe work. So obviously these came with 4-edge grills, which went down really well. Should be using CA glue. Just put 4 points, one in each corner, and it's really sat down quite well. Right, so the next part, we'll just swing this right back around so we can see where we are, and zoom out again. Oh, I thought it was too good to be true, 2 in one go. Is the turret. Right, let's bring the turret in. As you can see, it's just slightly weathered, not a great deal. Everything fitted in, a couple of extra things there. Put the MG machine gun stored on the side there, which, looking at other kits, that's where they seem to have put it. That didn't come with the kit, so that was an extra from an old kit. And I added a bit more storage and a few more of the gas masks in them cylindrical shape things. And if you don't know if you can quite pick it up, you might be able to in the corner of the. Oh yeah. Is I made a little thing and put binoculars on there for the commander, somewhere to put them if I had around his neck. The decals were rather daft. I made one cock up on the decals. I put the emblem the wrong way around, and until I realised it was too late and I couldn't get them off. But they were slightly not the best of decals. But I managed to sort of get the silvering off by giving it copious amounts of microsol microset, and then I did a dull coat over the top of that, and it seemed to take most of the shine away, most of the silver away. I did a couple of extra tracks on the side, did 2 on that side, sorry, 1 on that side and 2 on the other one. And if you can make it out on, there we are, if you can make it out, yeah, I wired up the smoke grenades as well, smoke launchers on both sides. You can quite make out them on that side. See, in the bottom is, so obviously it's got all the, let's move my hands again. You've got the, I think we're better off on this side, aren't we really? Yeah. We have, bring it back over there. Let's bring it towards the light and then we can see. Yeah. I think they're water cans more than fuel cans for the screw, and then we have the turret motor and the foot operating pedal to reverse the turret, left and right, almost 360 degrees. You can see I just added bits and pieces underneath. You can't quite really see much underneath. And then again, it's just the kit turret, not just a plastic turret. So one of the first things I always do now is when I build a kit is I take the turret and I put it together to see what it's like. And as you can see, seamless. You're just prepared to spend a little bit of time on them. They come out a treat. Obviously some of the more of the modern day stuff is a bit more difficult with all the bits and pieces that's on there, but there's some of the older turrets like these that are doddle to clean. So that's that. And then obviously we just have the lid, which I've glue tacked on. Nothing too exciting to see. I didn't put the arches open because I was just going to have the rest of it open, so they're just slightly weathered again, nothing too much. And underneath, that's a bit of blue tacked holder on top of the thing, so just ignore that. But a couple of gaskings again to hide some of the injector marks. That one seems to have slipped down. But a very good job of that, have you, Mr. Riley? But yeah, so you're not going to really see that, but that's there. So all in all, I thoroughly enjoy building this kit. You know, totally different to building. Let me just zoom out. Completely different to building any other kit that I've ever built. You know, as far as armour's concerned, because it's more like building a ship where you're painting the parts before you pre-assemble them. Well, some of the parts I should say, but yeah, so it was a thoroughly enjoyable build. I do recommend getting the kit if anybody can get it on eBay. It's about £22. It's worth every single penny. Fair enough, you have to wait a couple of weeks for it to come, but it's worth the wait. If you just want to build a simple Tiger with a bit of interior, well, a lot of interior. Some people say it's not accurate, but it's accurate enough. Accurate, I still can't say that word. Accurate enough for me. I think that's how it's said. I could never bloody say it. That builds into a lovely kit. Well, probably the river counters that have a field day with it, but I don't really give a shit what they think. Excuse my language. So, but yeah, worth every single penny. And if it's your first, say this is my first ever one that I've ever built with an interior, and it's really got me thinking. I've actually purchased the tack-on King Tiger with the Porsche, well, crook turret for the Porsche version, which I think Paul is buying one. I don't know if it's a same one. I think it might be the Henschel turret. I'm not too sure, but you know, with the interior, and that is going to be some build. I thought this was detailed, but that is going to take a hell of a lot of building. That is really is. But I will enjoy it. So I think that's about it really on here. So as I say, I'm going to try and find somewhere of a little brass plaque on the front there with you know, Tiger, early Tiger 1, you know, and put that on the front just to finish it off. I was thinking about making a decal. I might still try and make a decal. I've got some decal paper. I might try that first. If that doesn't work, then it'll be a brass plate from somewhere. So yeah, as you can see, it came out really well. It's a nice display case in my case. In my display cabinet. So I'm really happy with it. So. Also, I forgot to say as well, in the gun breech, I don't know if you can make it out, there's a couple of extra shell cartridges in there from the breech, just to use it. There was quite a few extra bits, so I used them up. Yeah, so I do recommend getting it if anybody feels like doing something like this for their first attempt. It's certainly, you know, £22, it's worth the effort. Even if you make a cock up, you're not spending a vast amount of money. But you can also make it, you know, if you don't feel like doing the interior, you can just leave the interior out and just do a normal, you know, normal Tiger build for 22 quid. There's not many Tigers you can buy for that anyhow. So I'd like to thank you very much to all my subscribers, and a couple of new subscribers again. I seem to be getting a few recently. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to view this small video. So I think that's about it for now. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you soon.